Outside now, it's 46.
KCJJ weather brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
99 plus KFMH DJ Tom Mackey has begun drinking. This early too. He thought Trump said it was libation day.
Oh. You know, I'm going to be a little honest with you. This morning when I got up, I'm like, you know, a cocktail sounds really good right now, and I don't know why. I am not a day drinker. But for some reason, I'm like, I got to go to work. Never mind.
Libation day.
Kaila Rome is here from the United Way of Johnson County, and welcome again for your monthly visit. I explained to her that she is welcome anytime, but she has a standing date every Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah,
thank
you for having me.
Absolutely. So what's going on?
Well, I mean, speaking of libations, we've got a community celebration coming up. So as we wrap up our campaign, we always love to take the opportunity to celebrate with our community, for our community, by our community. So our campaign and community celebration is coming up in 2 Wednesdays from now on April 16th. Our theme this year was Team United, so we're taking the opportunity to celebrate all the teamwork. So honoring our partner agencies, celebrating our volunteers that put in all this great work, and really celebrate all the efforts from our community to help raise funds and resources to support our partners. It's going to be at the Carver Hawkeye Arena at the Feller Club room. So nothing says team spirit
Fancy.
quite like Carver. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And there are tons of tickets still available. We would love for everyone to join us. It isn't just our corporate partners. It isn't just our employees or donors. It's everyone in the community that we hope can join this celebration.
Well, and your organization touches just about everybody in the community in one way or another.
Absolutely.
You know, providing aid to the various nonprofits around here, which, you know, trickle down to, you know, family members and even, you know, yourselves out there that, you know, may need assistance in any way, shape, or form. It's kind of what the United Way mission is all about.
Absolutely. And this year, instead of just celebrating, which we're really looking forward to doing, we're also going to be presenting all of the findings from our community needs assessment. So we have been doing lots of research and collaborating with lots of local leaders and partners throughout the whole year to provide a comprehensive needs assessment and roadmap, figuring out what are the greatest needs in our community and how is United Way going to address those needs. So it's more than just a celebration. It's also the next step forward in our organization and how we're going to chart a path forward to address some major issues.
Kind of your version of a master plan.
Exactly. And I also just want to give a quick shout out to Russell Construction for being our supporting sponsor for our community celebration, and then also for UI Healthcare. They have been a hand raiser sponsor that has really helped create a lot of the data support and programming for that community needs assessment. So, you know, we've got top-notch facility in our community, and they've been really integral in partnering with us to figure out where we're at health-wise for our community as well. Yeah,
and that's a super important thing. We're, you know, we're known as a region where, you know, medicine and science is prevalent, and you know, we got to keep the community members safe and healthy as well.
Absolutely.
Johnson County does a great job with that, and just a matter of, you know, getting everybody on board that way.
Absolutely. And being able to look at this data and predict how we can help impact and make changes before something awful happens, right? Predicting pandemics, predicting trends, looking at what are the financial needs of our community. It really, really helps, you know, set that path so that way we're being innovative and leading before something happens and we're responding and reacting. So that's part of our mission. Yes, we do respond when there is, say, a natural disaster or a pandemic, but we also want to make sure that we're on the preventative side as well.
So with the community celebration, where do you get tickets?
Yes, you can get tickets from our website at unitedwayjwc.org. It's $10 a ticket. If that's
nothing.
I know, right? And if it's too much to afford, just send us an email at info@unitedwayjwc.org, and we'll get you all set up. We've got lots of local sponsors that are buying tables, and like I said, it really should be a great time to just celebrate all of the work that our partner agencies have put in and and all of our volunteers throughout the entire year, and highlight that impact and what that work looks like in our community.
Well, I'll tell you, we've been to some of your events, either your announcements for fundraising or whatever, and they're really cool because you just see how many people buy into the whole concept of helping others, and it doesn't matter whether you're a school teacher or a laborer or a university professor. They all have the same mindset. Do your best to help others when you can, either volunteer wise or financial wise, and it means the betterment of the community in the whole.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are all about that collective impact, that every single dollar, every single action, every hour of volunteerism, it all adds up to make that large, impactful change. So we're all about that. Every single person chipping in really steers the boat in the right direction for our community.
Yeah, fortunately, knock on wood, we kind of skirt a lot of the major weather disasters, but occasionally we will be subjected to some. And when that happens, you guys are right there front and center as well. The big example is the derecho we had a few years back.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, even after that, we've had a tornado go through Coralville. Last week was Severe Weather Awareness Week.
Yes.
So if you check out our social media pages on Instagram or Facebook, we had a whole series throughout the week of what to do when there's a natural disaster. This is severe weather time. It is time to start thinking about it. So there's really great resources on our website as well as on our social media. Just explain what's the difference between a watch and a warning. What do you do when you hear sirens?
And by the way, I did want to interrupt. There's normally on Wednesdays they do the monthly siren first Wednesday of the month, because they did the tornado drill last week. They're not doing it this week. It'll be next Wednesday.
Because of the weather that we're getting today, too.
Yeah.
Also, this is important because, they gutted FEMA. If there is going to be a FEMA, and now they're saying communities, you're on your own, basically.
Yeah. And we have, we're lucky that we are in an area where we have a lot of collaborations, a lot of partnerships with Johnson County Emergency Management, with Red Cross representatives, and, volunteers and community members. And we put a lot of time into planning for responding to a disaster like that. And, funding is always a part of that. If we don't get funding from FEMA, we have to rely on our community to help pick up that cost and contribute donations. We do have an emergency disaster response fund. So if that's something that you're passionate about, maybe you've been in a fire, a flood, or tornado, and that's something that you really want to make sure that someone has those resources when needed. There's a fund on our website, or you can make a donation and just include emergency response. We'll make sure that goes specifically to rehousing individuals, to making sure they are safe and they have food and that they're cared for long after Red Cross leaves town. That's what United Way is here for.
And people have said this station's a disaster.
Especially on certain mornings.
Hey, you guys are still standing, or I guess seated, but
yeah, we are. We're relatively well rested today. Other days, it's a struggle.
It's kind of funny. We were doing our strategic plan, and one of the things we have on there is we are a world-class disaster COAD, which just always comes off really odd when we say it out loud. But
yeah, that's for sure. Well, you can find out a lot more about United Way on the website. It's a really well put together, site, and you can donate, find out how your whole office can be, part of a donation thing, and all the different events coming up and the history of the United Way, especially in Johnson County. United Way JWC.
Yep, UnitedWayJWC.org. And, like you said, it's a one-stop shop. If you want to check out our sponsorship packets, that's available. We've got a Day of Caring that we're really, really excited about coming up this June. And then, information about the community celebration, resources. If you're someone in need of services or programs, there's lots of resources linked on our page as well.
Okay. Well, Kaila, always a pleasure to see you. And, you and your organization are a real gem in the area, and so many people appreciate the work that you guys do behind the scenes, so that when aid is needed, you guys are ready.
Well,
So,
thank you. We appreciate the opportunity and look forward to hopefully seeing you all at the community celebration.
yeah, that's 2 weeks from tonight.
2 weeks on April 16th. It's Wednesday. It's 4:30 to 6:30. So,
Yeah, so you can-
cocktail hour.
I can go and get home in time for bed.
There you go. And you know, who doesn't want to go inside the Feller Club room at
Yeah, really.
Carver? It's a pretty fun venue.
Sounds great. Well, thanks again.
Yes, thank you.
Mighty 1630 KCJJ, showers and storms.